health, inspiration, love, life. What's going on, my people? This is Health, Inspiration, Love, Life Television. I got a great guest on my show today. I'm very excited. We've been trying to connect for the past year now, and finally that day has come. And what better day than Black History Month? And we at Raleigh, Martin Luther King Memorial Gardens, and he brought out these beautiful backdrops to show us what his work is all about. How you doing, Mr. Big Show?
How you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing fine, man. So let's tell the people where did it start, and where does this inspiration come from, and what do you actually do?
All right. The name of my business I named after my mother, called Glorious Custom Designs. And how it came about, my father and his friend used to paint cars, and he was a mechanic for over 40-some years. And he asked, and I come from a family of 7, and I'm the baby out of 7. And he asked the sons, what do we want to do? We want to learn the paint body work, we want to learn mechanic work. I said, well, I don't like to get greasy. I want to take the paint side of things. So I found that very interesting. So I started helping around the shop with a bucket of water, sanding cars, from that, masking up cars, from that, you know, trying to paint something. He would never give me a chance because, you know, family of 7 coming up, and I was born in 72.
Right.
So, you know, when he worked, you know, back then, you know, every dime had to count. So he kind of couldn't take a chance of me painting something, messing up the money that he had to provide for the family. So I came to Raleigh one day, and I was working construction at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And God seen the work I do, detailing and all, and he gave me a chance to detail something in the boss saw it, and asked me to help do some cranes. And so
Right.
one of the guys at the shop was doing some painting. I said, well, hey, I'd like to do that. So I showed that I could do it.
Right.
And the first job I did was painting some wheels on a $3.5 million crane.
Wow.
From that right there is how I got my start painting. So my dad realized then that I could do it, and I began to carry the family name. So a lot of jobs, insurance jobs, I would do for him. And you know, I was one never like plain stuff. I like different. And so from that, one thing led to another. And then finally one day, years later, I had a dream one night about doing custom caskets. So I went to my father and I told him, and he said, Fletcher, you always hear some of the wildest imagination and ideas.
Custom
said,
caskets.
if you do it, he said, I know you'd be good at it. But I did not know 6-9 months later, he would be my first customer.
Wow.
So the first job I ever done in this field was my own father.
Was your own
who taught
father.
me how to paint, the art tool, body work and sculpture.
Wow.
You know, on that level. So that's how I got my start through my father.
That's powerful, man. And you are a true inspiration, man. Coming from where you come from and showing the youth and showing our people that just don't dismiss when you have visions, when you have a calling. Really go to your calling and work at it. You know what I'm saying? Because things will manifest. So that's an amazing thing. You did an amazing piece that captivated me, and I think the world needed to see it. And I remember I actually called you, and you was on your way to Cali, because last January we got tragic news that Kobe Bryant lost his life and his daughter in a helicopter crash, and you were so moved. So tell people about the amazing piece and the amazing journey you took out to the West.
I want to say, because there have been kind of skepticism, because when people don't know everything, they assume anything. Before the Kobe Bryant piece, a gentleman by the name of Lamar Bruno was Frank Lucas' manager. And through him, I got a conversation with Frank Lucas and talked about building him a custom casket when the day come at his demise.
Wait, hold up. This is Frank Lucas from the famous movie American Gangster.
Yes.
You did a casket.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
So through that, I was at the beach celebrating my anniversary.
Okay.
When I got the phone call, was every year I always celebrate doing Memorial Day weekend down at the Myrtle Beach bike rally.
Right.
I got the phone call like 6 o'clock that morning. So Lamar called me. Then he said, well, Frank Jr. gonna call you. So maybe about an hour later, Frank Jr. called me. He asked me some questions about it. I know you talked to my father. and he told you what he liked, whatever. He said, give me a little bit to what you gonna do. So I said, well, 2 cars Frank said was his favorite. I said, but I picked the Cadillac. I said, I'm gonna make him a one-off custom CTSV Cadillac.
Wow.
Not only am I gonna do that, it's gonna be a bright pearl white. I'm gonna make a peanut butter roof, slide back top, convertible top. Inside the cut's gonna be peanut butter. A one-off for Frank and Frank only. I done just what I say. He said, yo, my mind going like 1,000 miles per hour.
That's amazing.
He said, yo, do what you do. That's when I left from the beach, finished my vacation, 3.5 days, I had it built. Not only did I build this piece, but I took it to New Jersey. There at New Jersey, the family welcomed me. They was amazed by what I'd done. Then they asked me to be a part of the eulogy or the funeral arrangement. I actually did the prayer comfort for the family.
Wow.
Right there on platform with Jamal Bryant. So all of that was dear to me. And so through that, through Lamar, I met another one of his friends by the name of Michael Rivers. And through Michael Rivers, I met a young man by the name of Malik Aziz, which is a powerful name. You can Google him. Right there in Philly, did a lot of things for Bill Cosby and a lot of big name people.
Wow, okay.
Well, this particular guy and Kobe's father played ball together.
Wow.
I learned through the conversation through Malik that Kobe's first warm-up outfit, that when he was drafted in the NBA,
right,
Kobe gave that to him.
Wow.
Well, through conversation on Kobe's father's side, they did the negotiation and talking. It took about 2 weeks. 2 weeks time, I got a phone call. You have the green light to make the tribute piece for Kobe. They didn't know that I was going to build something to capture everybody.
Everybody.
So through a dream, it came to me what to do in those 2 weeks period. So when I got the green light, in 3 days, I had...
It's right behind you, Big Show.
This masterpiece was born. Captivating everything, his whole career, everything about him, all on the inside, even when he played in high school, Upper Marion. So you'll see it. You go on my page, you can see detailed pictures. You go on Google, just Google Kobe Bryant custom casket. It went viral all over the world.
Yes.
So to have done that, I'm very honored. It humbled me even the more, great humility about that, to be able to have done something for someone so great. That had a passion not only for himself, but for so many others. So
that's right.
And what I try to do is express my heart in my work. And I often say on behalf of Glorious is this: we cannot take the pain away, but through our God-given gift, we try to help share that pain in the artwork that we do by characterizing something that will give you memorabilia about your loved ones, and to express their heart, their love, their compassion, and things that they love in this world that nobody else have ever brought to life. So
that's well said.
And that's what we try to do in everything that we be.
That's well said. What are the caskets actually made of? Explain the process.
They're made out of metal.
Wow.
Just like your traditional casket that you go to a funeral homes and pick out right now.
Right now.
We also can build them out of wood, just like you have a few selection that you can get out of wood. We do that too. It don't matter. We also make custom headstones that matches the casket.
Wow.
Because we know once the casket is in the ground, you'll see no more. So we came out with a design and an idea to make it that you can go visit, just like visiting Dr. King. We make statues, we make whatever. Wow. And I'm talking, we make them vibrant, we make them to talk to you, we make them to light up, we make them do anything.
Right.
Beyond your wildest of imagination. So, and we have a rule of thumb that if you called us in time, that in 3 days, we create whatever.
Wow. Far as prices, are your designs and your services feasible compared to other funeral service and funeral homes that build caskets, other businesses?
Well, actually, funeral homes don't build caskets. What funeral homes do, not talking, not throwing shade.
Right.
They buy from a manufacturer. Resale.
Right.
Consumer.
Got you.
We create for whoever.
For whoever.
Our prices is right there with the funeral home price.
Right with them.
If I, matter of fact, right here, I was fortunate to build a motorcycle casket for Hell's Angels, president
That's
of
powerful.
the Fayetteville chapter.
Wow.
That shows a level of respect that we have been given. This is the only one in the world, motorcycle casket. Not only is it made out of metal, the seat just like a bag of motorcycle, like we said and told Dan before he passed, but also this motorcycle, if you go on my webpage, got a sound effect. Cranks up just like a real motorcycle.
Oh,
It gets
wow.
on to make a pass like a real motorcycle. And then after that, it plays a tribute song. On the inside, as you go and look at the pictures, it's done in the American flag because he was a patriot of this country, great America as we know it. He served his time, Special Forces. So in this particular piece right here, I guarantee is more affordable, way more affordable than the Promethean, which is supposed to be the top of the top.
Wow.
This is more affordable.
And that speaks more volumes.
Yes.
Your work
So
speaks
this
volumes.
is specifically made to fit his character.
That's right.
We're not talking about a traditional. We can make it however to
However.
look like whatever. So at a price that you guys are already paying, if not cheaper.
That's amazing, man. Your work, Mr. Big Show, your work belongs in the Smithsonian. Your work belongs in art museums. I'm issuing a challenge and a statement right now to art galleries across the world, locally in North Carolina. If you don't have something from Mr. Fletcher Collins, aka Big Show, dealing with his artwork, you are committing a crime, because this man is an absolute genius. Look at this work. Look at it. It's amazing. You got to give people their flowers while they're here, man. And this man is an absolute genius, and he's using his gift that God gave him, and he's putting it to work in a positive way. So even outside of your glorious custom design business, Mr. Big Show, you are a community activist in your hometown. And let's speak about that, the event you throw annually as well.
Well, we just celebrated our 10th annual MLK Day in Unity in the Community. And I can tell you how it came about. One of our commissioners is the one who oversees the parade every year. The parade's
Gotcha.
been going on, I think, 30-some years now.
Got you.
He came to me one day because I'm a president of a bike club, Dedicated Souls Motorcycle Club.
Okay.
And he said, could you get some bikes in the parade? I said, of course I can. He said, how many do you think you get? Can you get me at least 10 bikes?
Mm-hmm.
I said, I believe I can get you 500.
Wow.
He said, what? He said, ain't no way. Well, it was kind of cold on that first particular one. And I think on that day we had 250 to show up.
Wow.
By the time the parade was over, we crossed that 500 mark. I remember probably like 4 years in, CBS came from Raleigh and Fayetteville area. They stopped counting bikes in our parade at 1,100 and some odd bikes.
Wow.
So the parade got so big till the parade became over an hour and something long. Biggest parade in our history. Not taking credit for myself, but these are the type of people that was seeing the vision like I was seeing, meaning, and what we did was with the biker community and the car clubs and the social clubs, we wanted to feed everybody.
Right.
The whole weekend, not just one day. So we got together and we started doing it the weekend lead up to that Monday.
Wow.
We have fed right at 5,000 people in this event, totally free.
That's amazing.
Not one time in 10 years have we ever ran out of food.
Wow.
Not one time in 10 years have it ever been locally funded.
Wow.
Not one time in 10 years have we have mass support from our government system or anything.
Anything.
This comes from the power of the people.
Of the people.
And what people seeing what we stand for and the things that I've tried to do on my part to try to bring peace. Not only that, in 10 years, they didn't put this on the news. 10 years, it wasn't in the paper, but for 10 years, we've had zero drama. It have been 100% drama free.
No negativity.
Never had no argument.
Awesome.
Never had no fussing. Everybody have got along, enjoyed what was going on, what we're trying to do. We have proved that we can come together in mass numbers. Not arguing, not fussing, not in the righteous way,
right?
Not in the evil way, not speaking evil words, but realizing that people like Dr. King and so many others that came before us fought hard just for us to try to attempt to have equality.
That's right.
And have unity amongst ourselves. So we have been deprived from so much, but that have been a symbolic thing to us to prove to the world that we can come together.
That's right.
Not one time have the police ever raided in on us.
That's amazing.
Not one time have the police ever been called to one of our events. In fact, you could count the time on your hand if you even seen one pass. I remember, in much respect given to Chief Tony Parrish in Elizabethtown, and we've had a conversation, I remember one time, and he asked me, he said, what if something would have broke out outside, I wouldn't have called you? He said, why is that? I said, because we know how to police ourselves. And ever since that point, that statement, he have sat back and gave me nothing but respect. He have came in and blessed us in the event, come speak at the event, show face at the event. So in Bladen County, the mother county, I believe we birth unity.
That's awesome.
Within the gates of our community, and that's what we've been doing. I won't stop. I can't stop. It will be injustice for me to stop.
That's right. It's your purpose.
Yes.
And I salute you. Hill TV, from one brother to another, I salute you and all the amazing work that you do. We appreciate you and we love you, my brother. And we want you to continue to do the amazing artwork and community work that you do. So, for people that want to send a donation, people that's inspired by this video, how can they reach out to you? How can they get to you if they want to send in a donation and help you on your mission?
Right now, we got it in. I think there's another part got to be done. We have, yet working on trying to get it completed, a Glorious Custom Design Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And you can donate that way once we get it done. I have a cash out, $, capital F, capital C, lowercase BGSHOW, that you could cash out to. You can reach me. You see the numbers on here, 910-391-6000. 6009, 910-391-6009, or 910-872-3451, 910-872-3451. If I could leave something, I want to say this. It's something that I'm working on, trying to pull together, trying to do now. I'm trying, outside of what our local governments are doing, something I believe that we can stop gang violence. We can stop a lot of injustice within ourselves. I think I have a remedy. I think I have a goal. But the thing that is, it takes support. One key factor, and I'll leave this little bit of nugget to eat what I'm talking about, what we have to do. And I think that can stop a lot of what we got going on far as in our problems within the gates of our own communities. I used for a case scenario, I remember when I first got married in 1994, I was getting SSI, $494 a month. I took $494 a month. As the world said today, it took care of a whole wife and 2 whole children. When I got that money, I was very disciplined. Took that money when I got it, made sure I got food that would last all month long.
Wow.
Made sure I took care of the necessities I needed to. And then after that, I didn't have really much over, but I was content with what I had.
Right.
But then I knew deep down inside I could do better. You know, I needed more. Well, I remember a best friend I called my brother came and got me on a job. The job that he took me on from selling crack cocaine back in the days when I was a youngster. And I never seen that much money since I left the streets. Well, on the first job that he took me on, I got a raise the first day. My first paycheck after tax was $1,400 and some odd dollars I bought home. So anyway, I handed him my check. He said, what's this for? I said, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have it. He said, no, I just want you to make me one promise. I said, what's that? He said, you'll always be there for me, no doubt. Well, I ran into a problem. The problem that I ran into, it wasn't the money, because I had more than enough money to take care of my family.
Right.
But what had happened was I had became from the street to a gentleman. Every day with my children, after school, doing school, PTAs, with a wife, you know, bonding. Well, when I was taken from home to go to work, it was just like I was a person on drugs. I had withdrawals.
Right.
Because I didn't know how to maintain from being away from my family.
Wow.
And to keep jobs, so I would find myself quitting. I would find myself working a little bit, get a check here, and then I'm back home. I say all that to say this. Through that, it taught me something, made me realize something. The problem that we have within the inner gates of our own communities. One, You can make all the jobs in the world.
That's right.
But if you don't take the time to teach these young men and women the importance of a job, the necessities because of a job, how to regulate time with family, with money, with bills, to invest in yourselves as well. Until we teach these fundamentals, we're going to continue to come up with the same problems that we have within. So when you're accustomed to doing something one way, you have to be trained and taught how to break from certain custom to realize the custom of this world and how we got to live. So I have some ideas, and you know, and to share with Dr. King, this is just a dreamer's dream that I want to share to the world. And I believe that when we do it together, because we are better together than we could ever be apart.
That's right. Well said, Mr. Big Show. Man, stop playing. Support Mr. Fletcher Collins, aka Big Show, coming out of Elizabethtown, North Carolina. Glorious Custom Designs. Support, like, share, donate, spread the word, because this man out here is putting in a major work in his community and also in the art world, and also in sending your loved ones off the right way. This is Hill TV. This is your CEO, Javon Lunsford. Health, inspiration, love, live.
Welcome to Hollywood Productions.
I thought they were playing me first, just saying it hurts. But now that our love's in a hearse, I get to put it in my own words.